So here we are outside the entrance of the room. My wife is very, very creative, so she just did that one night for me, which I thought was pretty cool. So it's just need a brick or two in vinyl that you put on the top there. So we'll start off in our little off room over here, a little storage area we have. So I don't sell too many sets. I used to in the beginning. I used to buy sets and hope that they would appreciate and sell them on eBay. Did that for a little while, but just figured that it just didn't seem that profitable. You got to buy a lot of sets. You got to wait. You have to let them appreciate if they do appreciate. Some of them don't. If we all remember the Chima sets, I don't know how many of us have bought Chima sets hoping that they would appreciate, and they never did. The only ones I do have in the store for sale are the brickheads here, and these are just brickheads that I've gotten either from Lego itself or when we just go out and about the Target or Walmart, and they had some stuff 50% off. Here's a wild style from the Target exclusive, number 89. I believe she's for sale in the store, but that's pretty much it. Those are the only sets that we sell, and I probably will not venture too far into the sets in the future either, just because of the holding expense and the shipping costs. Down here is some of the used that I have left. I bought four 25-gallon bins. Basically, they're 25 pounds a piece, and I spent $400, and this is what's left. So this is pretty much what you get in a used lot. Just a bunch of random pieces. You have to clean them. You got to go through them. You got to take all the Lego, the non-Lego out, and then you have to sort them, which takes the time. But again, can be very profitable if you have the patience to do it. So that's what that is. Here's some of the bins that are kind of sorted. This one right here is all Technic parts. So when I sorted one of the big bins, these are what I got for the Technic parts, and so I'll list those in the future. Just more empty bins. I use a ton of these bins here. I call them shoebox bins. They're just basically a plastic bin with a cover, which work out really well. You see a lot of those in the store when I show you. This shelf, we just have a bunch of bulk parts. Those are the 1x4 light bluish gray pieces. This box has 1x6 dark bluish gray, and up here is the 2x2 dark bluish gray bricks. I think there's about 5,000 of these, and that's it. This is all we have in stock in the back room of the store. Basically, I learned a long time ago that you do not want to overwhelm yourself with Lego sets or parts, because they can pile up pretty quickly, and a lot of it is time consuming. So if I buy sets, I try to part them out in a reasonable amount of time. That way they're not just hanging around, because it's an investment that you've made in the inventory, and you want to turn the profit. So that's that. That's a little bit of the back room, and we'll head our way into the actual store where we do all the work. This is Need a Brick or Two. This was my man cave a long time ago, probably about 4 years ago. I think the only thing that's left is the couch, which we don't use as a couch. Basically, it's our mailing center. It's just some of the things that are waiting for payment to be sent out, and then those are some more used bins that I have to go through. But basically, when I first started about 6 years ago, it was a table just about this size, and I had a bunch of cups on it and some baggies, and that's what we used to sort. I didn't start with any stack-ons of any kind. It was just the bags and the cups. My son Hunter is working on this set. This is what's left of set number 10717, I believe, creative set. We're going to be entering about 50 of those sets in here for about 60,000 parts. And this is pretty much what's left of wave one of them. I think this was 20 sets total in this round, but there's some more coming. I did use jewelry cases. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these when I first started out, because I liked the fact of all the compartments they had. So what I do now is I use, like, this is obviously the white. These are utensils, minifigure utensils that I use. What's good about the jewelry cases is they have these little compartments, and you can literally put a lot of the little parts in. A lot of people will just throw these in stack-on drawers, but I thought, you know what, that's a lot of stack-on drawers for just a little amount of parts. And the great part about these is, just like the cash register drawers at the stores, there's a little lip in there, if you can make it out, where these pieces just slide right up. sometimes I do bag them. So instead of trying to pick them up with your fingers, you just got to slide them up and they come right out. So it's actually pretty good. So I started using these just for brick modifieds, plate modifieds, and then as I transitioned and grew, so this whole side is basically just small parts. There's the light bluish grays right here, same thing, same idea. There's 2 of those. There's 2 white. I have some dark bluish grays up here. Again, they're just little minifigure utensil parts and pieces, you know, easy, quick grab. Up top we got some dishes, tile rounds. These are black utensils. There's three of these. And again, it's just something, just a quick sorting method that I did when I first started, and I still use it today. These are just colored ones. These are more torsos and whatnot, and you know, it's just something that I've done. After the jewelry cases, we transitioned into these bins here. These are pretty standard. You can pretty much find them anywhere, but just got different parts in them, and the numbers represent the inventory remarks on our inventory page. But you can see there's a ton of pieces in here. They're all bagged individually. I don't bag colors together. I know some people do. I just don't, because I find it's not very efficient when you're picking orders. What else can I show you? So these are some of the bins that we use. One of the mistakes I made early on was the capes. So when we bought minifigures with capes, I would take the minifigures, put them in a different area, and I would put all the capes in this bin, and I would label them the best we could. And then when I sold a minifigure, we'd have to dig through the capes and try to find it. So what I do now is we assign drawers to the capes, so it's a lot easier to pick. But you know, in the beginning, I didn't know any better, and that's what I thought was the best way to do it, and it was not. So if you guys are thinking about this, I would suggest that you don't. And some of the minifigures, these are the town minifigures that we have, some Lord of the Rings. So I keep them in jewelry cases as well. I just find it easy. I can see them. Let's show you what we got here. Let's see what we got in here. Just random stuff, some hidden side. I know we do have quite a bit of Lord of the Rings left, I believe. Actually, those are Overwatch. My son loves Overwatch, but there's quite a few Lord of the Rings left. I have them in some of these bins here. So speaking of the bins, so we've added another table in here, and then I just started using these bins. And again, they're all numbered, what's in them, and we grew. And then we grew some more. And so what I did was I built this whole shelving system. Just move the couch out of the way, the couch I don't use anymore. Just to give you an idea. So that is all the bins that we have in the store. Again, there's this nice sconces that I put up when I did the room, but they're just there for decoration now, I suppose. But those bins are very handy, very useful, quick grabs, and you know, always remember that you want to be as efficient as possible when you're pulling orders. So that's what we do. So on this side is where the stack-on started. Actually, these bins here I've used since day one. They just basically, all the 2x2 plates are there, and 2x3 plates, 2x4 plates. So you can see as I was going, I was getting better and better at organizing, and I'm like, you know, we can do this, we can do that, and it just kind of grew. And then we added stack-ons. This is, I think, the letter A. That was our first stack-on right here. This wall here was bookshelves. It had all my books and videos on it. When I designed the room, it had that lip because I wanted them to be kind of built in. So now I have a couple of stack-ons in front of here that kind of just slide back and forth. But yeah, so you can tell the different stack-ons, the blue, the gray, the black. So I got these as the store grew. I didn't buy them all at once. As the business grew, that's when we grew. That's when I bought more supplies, basically. So that's pretty much the lay of the land there. The table, this is the other side of the table. More jewelry cases. There's plate modifieds in most of these. I have brackets. Right here are all the brackets. light bluish gray, dark bluish gray. There's colored brackets. Now, that's not to say that this is all the brackets that I have, but the point is when I get an order in, what I do is I throw the laptop up here, open it up, and if there's brackets that I need, boom, the brackets are right here. If there's cones I need, there's cones are right here. Plate modifieds are basically in this section, the dark bluish gray, the light bluish gray. If I don't have enough in that section, let's say I pull the drawer of the jewelry case and somebody buys these the jumpers here. I know I have a full drawer down there full of jumpers. My inventory remarks will tell me that, but if they're only looking for one or two, boom, I grab them one right here. It just makes it a lot quicker and easier. So these are kind of like where I try to keep a lot of the small parts, and I'll restock the jewelry cases as we go. Again, it's just to be more efficient when I'm picking the orders, because I pick everything on the table, and then if I need, a lot of the pieces are right behind me. The stack-ons that are in front of these are actually all the used parts that we have right now. So it's a quick, I just turn around. Again, this room's not that big. It's probably 18 by 20. And right now there's about 650,000 parts in here. I think I can get them to 1 million. That is my ultimate goal. Whether or not I'll achieve it, I don't know. That is, unfortunately, I had a 70-inch TV down here. But as the store grew, my kids took it. It's upstairs now. And now I get left with this old one. It does the trick. But as I grow, there's another wall of stack-ons that I have here. I have an opportunity for more right there, but I don't need them yet. So I'm not going to go ahead and purchase any because I just don't need them. So as the inventory turns, there's more opportunities to, fill the drawers up and whatnot. So the shelving system is really the key to how efficient we are here when we pull orders, or I find anyway. And as you grow your store, you're going to realize that there's certain things that you can do to maximize your space to be more efficient. So this is need a brick or two, and just something that I wanted to show you. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing. Well, it's probably a little crazy, I guess. When people walk in here for the first time, they think it's crazy. There's more of these bigger bins over here to hold bigger parts. I did add these shelving racks here. These are for a lot of the bulk parts that we do have. I do have a lot of parts in bulk. Sometimes if I find good deals, I'll just snatch them up. But yeah, so these are the bigger lot, the deeper lots, I should say. So I've had to add new lighting in here. Originally there was just the sconces on the wall. There was a fireplace, but now this is totally a working room. And like I said, the only thing that's left from my man cave is the couch. It was a good sacrifice, I suppose, because I do enjoy this hobby. I don't know if it's a hobby anymore. It's probably more of a business, but it is enjoyable. And, like I said, maximize your space. Think outside the box, get creative. There's all kinds of storage solutions, all kinds of things you can use to make your space better. Just think about it and make it happen. And we'll talk to you again.